All right. Let's see if everything is in working order. Oh, that door opening, by the way. So I dressed up in the in today's Darkest Dungeon 2 video. But not here. I was gonna wear like my whole like vampire overcoat vest thing. But it's a lot to wear while sitting down. It's more of a be standing up outfit due to the huge nature of the entire overcloak. It's a little much to be sitting here for 2 to 3 hours. We'll say 2.5. So yeah, we'll leave the goofy Halloween cringy last minute costume ideas to the Darkest Dungeon episode for today. So yeah. Hi Nick. What's up, Destora? What's up, Crowley? And Nico, I see you getting started before I was even here. I'm a little late. Like I said, there was I had to reset up like a bunch of XSplit stuff, and part of the live stream today was the wrong template copied over. So I had to fix that. Had to fix that, and then I was like, I probably should eat before. So I went to eat. So here we are. It is spoopy evening, spoopy day on Halloween. All right. Yeah, my Paladin, well, not even a Paladin yet, technically. We are level 31 Gladiator, which isn't a thing. Because about 30, you get your soul crystal. But I have to finish the quest line. So we're going to be working on that. I have to finish the Marauder quest line so I could start and become a Paladin. And that is the thing. So I figured, like, it's my last tank job I'm leveling. So it'd also be a good background to answer questions about, like, how XP works in this game, or how you level, or what you do after you did your first job. Because after you do the MSQ on your first job, which is in some ways enough to get 1 and almost an 80, I think, depending on how you want to min-maximize your XP grind, because you can get 1 job definitely to 80, but then you might waste a bunch of experience. So you could MSQ, main story quest, on 1 job, and then do roulettes and do daily stuff on a second job to keep them kind of in parallel, maybe a few levels difference. And then once your first job hits 80, you swap over to your second one to not waste the free millions of experience you get from doing the main story. Now, Crowley, are you asking, like, to assist? There'll definitely be some dungeon runs in this. I don't know what server you're on, or if you have a character in or around this level. I think Destora said you're just Destora is just yeah. Have you really been just jamming those raids? You just gotta. I mean, you have 74. You probably could also just sit in Zadnor and farm not only XP for your character, like 2 to 3 million-ish per critical engagement, and about half that per fate, and get the items. If you just do the raids, you get virtually nothing. You're on Diabolos. What data center is that? I mean, there's certain data center transfers and travel right now. Well, not transfer will be permanent. Travel is just temporary. Also, yeah, the beard needed a trim. That was my Halloween decision today. So the Darkest Dungeon videos are going to be kind of weird. Today's and tomorrow's have quite a bit more beard than now, but it needed a bit of a refresh, and so that's what we did. Still got some stuff to it, but I needed to needed to tame it for a little bit here. That's Crystal Data Center. So yeah, we're on Primal. Is he drowning in some sweet young thing's eyes? Well, if that's the case, I understand completely. This guy is a little much. Been 7 years since Mila's... Oh. Is this her father? Mean and stubborn, I'll goat through and through, but gods when he danced that sword. Oh, he talks too fast. Mila's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. Okay. We're learning about the first blade of the Marauders Guild. Oh, this is that assassin lady girl. This is old school quest content. And everything up to 50 is. Oh, we have to just sort of fight her at the first blade's father's grave? Well, they're after the guy in the red shirt. With the tank battle. Tank battle! This will be incredibly exciting since I have no abilities. He's stunned. Got a whole lot of 1, 2, 3 combo going on here. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Well, in my case, it's 3, 4, 5, but it's the 1, 2, 3 combo. She talking about a healing potion? She is not hurting me at all. Not even have any self-healing yet. You just punched where I wasn't? It's shield bashed? Watch it, bae. This kitten's got claws. Would referring to Makotes as like cats or kittens be kind of derogatory to them since they're humanoid cat people? I don't know how that would work. You got stronger, good. Yep. I mean, I hit my 1, 2, 3 combo like 7 times and she died, or passed out, or was defeated. Very, very difficult solo duty. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. I have a feeling that you're gonna finish the Marauder campaign though, or the gladiator story, which turns into Paladin, and then I'll like never see her again. Maybe. Once I learned of XP food in 14, use it on all your alt jobs. Well, every food confers a 3% XP buff, which isn't a lot, but considering you can stack the armory bonus. The armory bonus is 100% extra XP up to currently level 70 if you have a level 80 job, or basically anything above 70. And then if you have an 80 job from 70, I guess technically it's like 71 to 80, you get 50% bonus XP baseline for having a high level job. Then there's, of course, the pre-order earring. There's the low-level ring that helps you get to 30 quicker. There is also a headpiece that helps you get to 20 quicker. And then there's the pre-order earring that adds 30% all the way up. There's also the free company buffs that are 5, 10, or 15%. The 15% comes from having a house. And then you can also... Yeah, it was all stacked together. Then there's rested XP for logging out in a city, which is only classified as battle XP, which comes from like mob defeats and stuff, not like fate victories or whatever. I think Mr. Happy actually has a video that he kind of goes over in a bit of detail on what works. There's also there is the Bosjan earring, in case you don't have the pre-order earring. This is 30% additional XP up to 80. This one is 10% up to 80. Then there's this ring, which is 30% more up to 30. And that's everything that I have for like gear. Oh no, the hat. There's this hat. The friendship circlet, 20% additional XP up to 25. So these are kind of the things that you can help. So you start a new job, you can have 20% more, 30% more, and 30% more on top of your hard, the heat of battle. We have the 10%. We don't have a free company house, so we can't go to 15. So you can use these squadron battle manuals. You get these from your squadrons in your grand company in one of the 3 major cities. Now you cannot stack the 10% and the 15%. It'll be the highest XP bonus from a consumable. So it just adds 5% more, for example. And so you go to 15, rested, armory bonus, earring, circlet, brand new ring, right? So you can definitely get right to 30 real quick. That's why I'm 31 all of a sudden, and I'm doing the level 25 gladiator quest, is because you get a lot of XP that just shoots you right up to getting your job crystal, and then you go from there. Yeah, if you have anything on the primal data center, I'm not against it. I'm definitely going to be trying to get this done so I can become a paladin before we do some dungeoning. But when you have a free company, you get all of these additional bonus actions that you can purchase. All of these are buffs that last 24 hours. So you can reduce teleportation fees and a little cut off my camera there. But we put up like the back on your feet and the food buff bonus duration for like raid nights. We don't need XP during those raid nights. I grabbed some gathering. Yeah, so I was gonna do some gathering over the weekend, but that hasn't happened yet. So you can get extra gathering XP, extra gathering points to help you do said gathering. Just flat XP bonuses. You can do XP bonuses through crafting as well. You can gain extra XP for your companion. And this can stack too. You can feed your Chocobo a food. It's this root right here, I guess. This Curial root that increases their XP gains as well. So they can just level faster. Speaking of which, I do have to go train my Chocobo, actually. I need to go buy a Favnarian onion, because my Chocobo hit 12. So we have to prestige to 13 with an item that costs like 150,000 gil, roughly. Because I'm not planting and making them. I don't have a house. I don't have a garden. So I gotta buy them. But you can level your Chocobo to 10 naturally, and then all the way to I don't need anything from here. All the way to 20. Look at the spooky ghosts. The spooky ghosts are weird that they have like the ghost arms on the costume, but then if you do something with your arms, you get 2. Ghosts have 4 arms in this universe. Gladiators Guild. So the store said you need the ones from the CEs. I don't know if it would be faster than doing the raids. It really depends, because if you go out there and you look for like a zone 1, zone 2, or zone 3 group, and you guys just do the mob farms in the zones that spawn the fates, that spawn the critical engagement chains. The critical engagement chains do have cooldowns. I was reading about that on that huge Puka graphic for Zadnor and Bosja. They do have cooldowns. Just like the actual, Dalriata and stuff has cooldowns too. Why are you talking about like that? Is something that matter? You're behaving rather oddly. I just walked over here to turn in the quest. Mila, what? Come on. I'm afraid I have no news regarding Alacrans. Of course, anime villain name. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. I was just attacked by one of his assassins. So, I mean... this is big new shield energy, I think. Yeah. Oh, I get the shield and the sword anyway. Okay, so do I need anything else? I've run a couple dungeons already, so I've already both started. I need to do boots. My boot's level 17. She can't help me there. Also, this armor is so incredibly goofy. The one-piece chest helm stuff. Very weird. We'll take the little bit of... Yeah. Bam, bam. Shwam, bam. That sword is a incredible side grade. Shield doesn't... it kind of matches. Oh, this sword is so... Look at this. It's like a gladius. Look at this dinky little sword. It's like a hobbit's butter knife. So tiny. Oh, Nick, I wish I could help leveling via dungeons, but my one character on my original main is on Genova, which is Aether, and Phoenix, which is Light. Oh. Wait, Destora, we're on Primal, we're on Excalibur. We're not on Behemoth. The name's right up here in the corner. Yeah, we're on Excalibur. Right here, my dude. You don't call it what Ben calls it because Ben can't pronounce words. Or he just interjects bruh into everything. Not good enough. So yeah, we're on the Primal Data Center on Excalibur. It even says on my info, on my info in Discord, because I have the plugin. If you click on my name in the top of any Discord corner, because I'm in the top right, it'll tell you that Final Fantasy XIV, my character name, our free company, the realm I'm on, the class I'm playing, where I'm at. It's a cool little plugin. It gives all the information about where you are. Which not everyone might want, but I think the information is helpful if people are like, what's Bay up to in Final Fantasy right now? I'm like, oh, he's okay. All right, this should be the level 30 quest? Yes. Finish this, and then it can become a Paladin. Damn it, all of the 7th hell. This is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claimed he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. The Sultana? The Sultana? I read that too quickly. That's Nanamo. Nanamo Ilnamo. At least technically back in ARR, because we're doing stuff that released 10 plus years ago whenever you make a base class. Hi, James. I'm farting around. I did earlier. So you did that from 11 a.m. to almost 2 or 3. Only ever had 2 CEs in Zone 3. Well, yeah. You do have to... Because see, if you were there for... Was that almost like 4 hours? Somewhere between 3 and 4 hours? Each zone on the list, on that huge graphic, there is an amount, but each zone has like 6 or 7 different critical engagements that can spawn. Maybe it's like 5-ish. And you have to kill certain things for them to pop up. But a lot of people just do the default ones, and they don't actually go out of their way to farm the mobs, usually a lot of the robots, to push the behind the scenes bars to fill up to spawn the critical engagements. So they just let the natural ones happen over time, because some just naturally happen every 45 minutes or so on a rotating clock. But I like to go out there. That's why I would like to go out there and play my tank, and I'll just pull a bunch of robots and I'll pull them onto... That's why a lot of the critical engagements in those zones are surrounded by a big circle of robot mobs, is what you're supposed to do, I guess, is Fate spawns, which pulls people to a place, and then tanks pull all the surrounding robots, so you kill them while you're doing the baby Fate, and over time that's supposed to help spawn their critical engagements in different, in that zone at least. And obviously you bounce to the other critical engagements if you're farming XP. I did a lot of Zadnor on my Dark Knight. I did 2 Dalriadas back to back on my Dark Knight, and that was like 6+ million XP, closer to 80. It's crazy XP. That's like 2 or 3 dungeons in a row. Probably like about 2 dungeons in a row back to back in about 35 minutes. Just huge XP. And then Regular fates are maybe 1,000,000 XP, and then critical engagements are like 2 to 2.5, depending on what zone they're in. So Aldous has been arrested. That's the red shirt guy. Utter nonsense. He has no. They have no. He has no motive to do so. And whatever I said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. Oh, is this? So this is all lead up to the end of ARR story, or at least integrated into that way. So what happens at the end of ARR with the Sultana? The Alacran. Oh, the Alacran. The? Not. that's the mob or whatever, the organization, underbelly criminals must have failed to kill him time and time again, either reaching out to their their monetarist, all the people that are in charge of Ul'dah, all the monetarists, the rich people. Didn't want to believe Wymond when he said they had such influence. But, wait, that's it. If anyone can help unravel the plot, it's Wymond. Really? You trust that guy? He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. True. Find him, talk to him, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everyone gets... Basically, everyone gets paid for information in this city. That's how Ul'dah works, man. Is he still right there at the front? Yeah. Didn't know if he had moved. If I change one of my alts to that server, or if I can, probably not make a character on the data center. Well, if you made a character on this data center, on Primal, on Excalibur, or wherever, you'd be level 1? I'm level 31? Because we're getting to that icky ARR, and we're going to do my roulette. My one roulette at this level. Because we're getting into that Hawkeye Manor soon goes into... I mean, Brayflox is not bad. Sunken Temple of Karn is okay. But then you get Cutter's Cry, which I think is pretty meh. Sun Vigil is fine. Darkhold is not great. And Aurum Vale is not great. There's a big chunk of XP that happens right here. I might get to Aurum Vale. And I think I've gotten good at pulling Aurum Vale for new players that you do find in this dungeon that they just... For some reason, Aurum Vale is such a meme. But I could try to get to like 48. I mean, not tonight. I'm not going to get that much XP tonight. I do have my book floating, but I kind of want to use this to get to maybe 41. Like, get into 40, get some XP, and then... I did do a little bit of what Destora did earlier. I didn't want to run any 1,000 Maws of Totorok, because this dungeon is just very slow and boring. And you have no abilities down here, sub 50. So it's just pull a mob, hit your 1-2. In this case, it'd be the 1-2 combo. Because you're level 24. I think you're 20. You're synced from 27. So you have your 1-2-3 combo. You just kind of stand there. But I went and did a bunch of leave quests, which I might do. Because if you go to the right level zone, and then you over level those little leave quests, you do get an okay amount. It's not too bad. But I did them to basically skip this branch to get to... I went from 26 to 28. To then... Hawkeye Manor is fine. It's a fine dungeon. For one of the low-level dungeons. A lot of the ARR ones and a couple of the Heavensward ones are less than good. But it's like Heavensward patch content forward. Every dungeon is kind of like the same. They're all ice cream, but they're just different flavors of ice cream. They really have kind of streamlined how you do dungeons in this game. They're not like World of Warcraft at all. They're not kind of wide and sprawling open areas that you kind of choose your own adventure through mobs. They're all pretty just linear. But a lot of the ARR ones aren't. They're kind of inspired by World of Warcraft. And it doesn't work the same way in Final Fantasy. just because they also take a lot longer, and dungeons are kind of meant to be, 15-minute little adventures in and out, with about half that combat time being the 3 bosses, and then half of it being the trash pulls. I was wondering might be coming along. Frankly, I was surprised Alidus went so quietly. He ought to know there's no walking away from this. What happened between Alidus and Leovold? Leovold is the bad guy right now. Did he surrender himself? I don't care what happened. That's their own business. Why would he surrender himself? I don't really know, do you? Best start at the beginning then. Oh, he's still gonna tell me anyway. Alidus something of an enigma. He and Leovold were 2 of the greatest gladiators to ever grace the blood sands. But he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. Since the average Ul'dan loves a good Colosseum fight, what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? Sure. So when it got out that Alidus was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme... Oh, so he didn't just bet on the on their own match. They were going to fix and bet on their own match. Probably not a good idea. Of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger for that people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guildmaster Mila got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud... Friend? Question mark? But around the same time, her father fell ill and passed away. We learned about that in the last quest. There was some oddities surrounding his death, too. 'Twas rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced pupil, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made Alidus look that much worse. Ooh, that would be bad. If he took his own life, that'd be bad. If he was poisoned, also be pretty bad. But apparently he would never resort to poison. And in the end, Mila lost 2 of the most important men in her life and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leovold, he tried to go it solo on the Blood Sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Alidus, his career was finished. Finished. Yeah, I should be able to get my Paladin stone here shortly. Oh, I didn't mean to grab my text box. Way down here? Look at the hitbox on this thing. What the heck? What the heck? There we go. Can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Ralger's bile. Is a vial of poison rare and expensive? Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know what they'd... Oh, why they give it to Alidus. Could go to their headquarters at the in southern Thanalan to ask him directly, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct confrontational personally, but you don't, do you? I don't know. In ARR, we only killed primals, really. Fought the Empire, killed some primals. By the by, you should save the poor bastard's life. Tell him we're even, and that I hope it's all worth it. So we're going somewhere in the desert. Search for proof of Alidus' innocent in the Plakafon in southern Thanaland, or search for a vial of Ralger's bile at the Plakafon in southern Thanaland. Who's hailing me? What? Oh, there's Ogre right there. That is a largeman, by the way. Nice boots. What level is your Scholar over here? Oh, 52. I mean, you're going to get... And if you want to run a lobby dungeon for fun, I get it. But you're going to get no XP out of it at all. Since XP gains for dungeons, you have to do the... Another little thing about how XP in this game works. If you do a dungeon, which is what a lot of you'd be doing. I mean, I'd be down for some deep dungeon action if we had actually a group. But when you run dungeons in this game, you want them to be as close to your current level as possible. So obviously, I'm 31. The closest one to run is Hawkheim Manor. And then after that, 32 for a little while will be Brayflocks, and then 35 would be Sunken Temple of Karn. When you get, it's always strange when you hit the flat level, so 50, 60, 70, soon 80, kinda. 80 because of the end game zones will be a little different than the lower level stuff. If you do dungeons at level 50, 60 or 70 that are marked with item sync dungeons, all of these right here, for example, with the yellow little clasping hands or the sync symbol, these were meant to be done at max level. So they award, I don't know how much less. Really, you could probably figure it out. Probably someone has a spreadsheet about it, but you get less XP compared to if you ran RM Vale a bunch. But you do have to get from 50 to 51 to unlock the first dungeon of the next expansion, right? Dusk Vigil. So it's a strange thing. You can do leave quests, you can do Beast Tribe stuff at 50, and or you can dunk your weekly Wondrous Tales to get half of a level to go from 50 to half of 50, and then work the last half to get a 51. Now, the ones that aren't synced are going to be better. So your Amdapor Keep, your Wanderer's Palace, Keeper of the Lake kind of ones. So I don't know why sometimes this happens. Like, it's in the same on both. Like, these are synced dungeons, probably because they're story-based ones, and these aren't. Well, but Anti-Tower is story-based, so I also don't know. So is Sorkai, and so is Zelfatol. I don't know why. I'll have to do more research onto why some are synced and part of the story at max level, and then some aren't. Because obviously Baelsar's Wall is part of the story. But it's not a synced dungeon. Because it's an end game 60 dungeon, but that means it gives you more XP. I don't know. Let's go get this stuff. But we could find, like, in the mountains. Underneath? Oh, this is underneath. Gonna go underneath the sepulcher. Sepulcher. Entrance over here, I guess. Or not, because you don't need flying to do this. Yeah, over here. Well, I guess it's just... Oh. It's like an outdoor little instance. Or a... Mess this guy up. One, two, three combo coming in. Don't have any other buttons to hit. My Chocobo does all the heavy lifting. There's a lot of mobs. It's like the outside area of the dead mines or something. Bonk. Hi, Nico. I'll have to refresh see the stream. Oh, yeah, we've been live now for, what, 40 minutes or so? This little sword I have is so dinky. No. Little short sword Gladius, basically. It's weird you had to refresh. It should have just started auto playing. And we've been chit chatting about since about 6:20. I mean, I was late from the scheduled stream. The plan was to have the put the Darkest Dungeon video on and then go live shortly after it, around 5. Well, 5 my time. But food got in the way, as well as setting up the stream stuff, some of the settings didn't take from the template that I made. So I had to retype in a bunch of stuff. And then I had to re-authenticate my streaming software with the game. So, or with YouTube. Oh, no, you're fine, Crowley. You just can't, like, the difference in levels. If you, not like it really matters. If you attack things first, then I get less. I mean, not like mob kill XP is really a big deal in the open world stuff. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. As long as you have something else you could be doing. Because if you do a dungeon with me at that level, like I said before, you're not really gonna get anything out of it. Because your level is so much different than... Oh, it's down below. Your level is so much higher than the dungeon we would do. But I wonder... I don't know where the viewers, the streaming community here is at with, like, spoilers. Because it'd be interesting to run, like, a low-level dungeon. Like the one where I'll run here in a bit on my Paladin. And then run... a high-level dungeon. Like, do my expert roulette or something. On my Gunbreaker or Dark Knight or whatever. Because the difference in dungeon design, 10 years apart is definitely something. Yeah, you sink down, Crowley. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you sink down. But right now, like, I don't know how much XP you need at level 50 plus, right? If you need, I don't know, 800,000 or whatever. I only need 175,000. So what that means is that the kill XP from mobs and bosses will be relevant to the 200,000 that I need. Whereas the 800 plus thousand you need will be far less of a percentage. That's how that works. Okay, they found both of the things. Time to return to Mila? I don't know. Mylla. Mila? That's how I was pronouncing it. What's up, Var? I really don't want to do the last 2 levels of Red Mage before Bozja. But I also really want to have a Red Mage up. Oh, you mean you need to get to level 71? We'll have... Well, at 70, you can do the fairy dailies, as you might be well aware. Have you cracked your Wondrous Tales for the week yet to give you half a level? Where are you at with your... your roulettes? Even though the roulettes as a DPS are going to be quite a bit longer of a queue time, but that once a day bonus roulette XP, very good. What I'm talking about there too, if you're not familiar, when you're throughout the game, you slowly unlock more roulettes, duty finder roulettes. These are daily dungeons. So there's the expert queue for the last 2 dungeons at 80, the level 80 dungeons. So the handful of dungeons from the story at max level, the bracket of all of the 5, 6, 7 dungeons. So 50, 60, 70. I don't know if they're going to make this include 80 in the future. I imagine they will. But that's going to be a big gulf of dungeons then, because there's lots of dungeons at the max level plateaus. But I assume they're going to. Unless they make 50, 60, 70 dungeon and then level 80 dungeon, which would just move the experts away and roll that into level 80s. I'm not entirely sure, but I guess they probably have an amount of roulettes they don't want to move beyond. A leveling dungeon is any dungeon in the game that isn't a synced dungeon. Normally, it's going to be a lot lower level dungeons because it's going to favor the lower level Warriors of Light that don't have anything else unlocked, so you're going to get a lot of low level stuff. However, I have gotten some Shadowbringers dungeons in Leveling Roulette lately, which has been a breath of fresh air. Trials happen when you get to level 50. These are the primals, the one-off boss fights during the story. Main scenario is only going to give you Castrum or the Praetorium. These are the big 8-player end game meme dungeons. The Castrum's not that bad because you're just fighting most of the time. That's 20 or so minutes, not too bad. Praetorium is the joke, weird, old, very... They even tried to fix it. It's 41-ish minutes of you only control your character for 11 minutes. So it's a 30-minute cutscene, basically. It's so many rewards, though. Main scenario is just tons of poetics and endgame currency if you're using a level 80 class, and a bajillion XP if you're not. Guild Hests are basically the baby dungeons. These are sort of... I haven't done. I gotta do these two at least. These are a sort of tutorialization of learning how the game scales. It only goes to level 40, so it only goes so far, but they teach you sort of as the first one, and this one even, they're called basic training, but they are little scenarios that are not difficult if you are seasoned, but they help teach new players. Like this one, All Well That Ends Well. This is a little mini gauntlet that has a bunch of mobs leading up to a little boss, and the boss spawns ads that to be continuously picked up or you get out of control, right? Versus, say, for example, this one, this is just like a boss fight that summons ads once. So it's just very simple mechanics that happen. Solemn Trinity, this last one here, is just a boss fight with a little extra mechanical juice going on. So they're all a bit... This one is about target selection, Annoy the Void, which we can probably queue for these. This one, More Than a Feeler. This one is a DPS race that has a soft enrage mechanic built in. So they're little tutorial fights. But they don't give money rewards at all. However, there is a weekly challenge in your challenge log to do 3 and then 10. And you get big chunks of XP and some gil on top of it if you do 10. And these are helpful for low level on top of your actual your combat log or whatever the heck it's called, which I haven't done on recent low level characters. I could do on this character because they are one of the original ones. But yeah, your hunting log, this little thing. There are lots of ways to gain some XP. This only works on the ARR classes though. But what this is basically, like I did the one for Conjurer all the way up, right? But I don't think I've done any of the other ones. Oh, I did Marauder all the way. So Warrior and White Mage. But this helps get a bunch of XP. It's not a lot individually, but it's a lot when you complete these ranks. And as you go through the ranks, you get more and more as you go through. So helpful for certain level brackets. It goes all the way up to... Like it's up to 10, up to 20, up to 30, up to 40, up to 50. Because these mobs go to 49 and 50. This is a outdoor stuff. Some of these are actually in dungeons. But once you defeat, X of these mobs, you get a chunk of XP. And once you complete the log, you get a chunk more. So, like, these are helpful. I technically should move this one forward. This could be another way I could get XP to pass that icky level dungeon bracket, is do leave quests and then go around hunt all these mobs to do the level 30 book, or at least part of it, because some of the mobs are going to be high level 30s and I won't be able to kill them, or they'll be tougher to kill. There's the Alliance raids, again, start at 50. These are going to be every end game of an expansion has a Alliance raid system, where you've got 3 raids that has a storyline with them, and it's 24-man content. It's 3 8-man parties, 24 members, and the ARR Alliance raids are very easy. The Heaven's Ward ones get a little harder. So the final Heaven's Ward Alliance raid and the final 2 Stormblood Alliance raids definitely have some hair on their chest compared to a lot of the other ones. And then the Alliance raids for Shadowbringers, currently the near crossover, definitely has a bunch of just you die mechanics, or you get tons of vuln stacks and then you die mechanics. They're not difficult per se. There's definitely some one-shots. Apparently Yoko Taro, the director creator of the Nier franchise that is part of the whole crossover, he wanted more one-shots in the Nier raid, according to a past interview. And they had to tone it back to not be too aggressive with the you're dead. But there are still a quite number of you're dead mechanics, and it can get really messy, the Nier raid. Very rare to get Nier raids in the Alliance raid roulette, though, because you need all 80s to do that. And the normal raid, which is strange because it's kind of just like trials. After a certain point in the game, raids and trials are basically the exact same thing thematically. They're just, you zone in, there's no trash, there's a boss, you defeat the boss. But raids are also end game only, whereas trials can be brought up through the story. Like, you do trials as you do dungeons in story content, whereas raids are only at end game. Once you're at max level 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or soon to be 90. But they are just, you zone in, you fight boss. Earlier stuff, Heavensward has a couple of parts of the Alexander raid that do have trash, like short stints of trash while you're getting to the boss fight. That's all gone by Stormblood, though. And then in A Realm Reborn, the Binding Coils of Bahamut is the raid content. And that one has trash quite a bit between certain boss fights, for sure. A la World of Warcraft style. Each boss is still like one piece. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's individual. You don't zone into a giant raid like you do in World of Warcraft. You zone into one part of it still. We've cleared all the Binding Coils. Not min-eye level, because whatever. But we just did no Echo. So we did all of that. Bahamut is spicy. Nail is spicy. The weird Petrify lady, Snake lady was spicy. But they are way harder than other raids in comparison. They are almost like baby savage raids versus what other raids eventually became. So you cannot get those in the raid roulette. They'd have to nerf them for them to be more accessible. Where have I been? Aldous has been given over to the custody of the Sacrarium. I know, Kefka. I see you laughing right there by my head. I can't really get the camera there. Kefka? They mean to execute it. We must do something. Here's Roger's Bile, and here's the bill of sale. This poison, is it? Your proof that the Alakarn purchased it from the Corpse Brigade. We've done it. Okay, you must go show the official presiding over the execution at the High Bridge. Go now. Yeah, I have to go. What are you doing? Besides getting mean mugged by that. What? Look at how close that other guy is. He's like in her chin. Yeah, this guy. It's freaking in Mila's chin. Up in that. What kind of foundation you got? Oh my god. So let me catch up with Var here. You don't really bother with the Wondrous Tales, and yes, my roulettes are done the time they reset, because that's fine when I wake up. Var, you don't engage with so many systems of this game that are meant to help you through the game. Wondrous Tales are like a weekly ritual. They're so helpful, and they're so worth it. This is sort of like just the weekly reset of this game. You get a half of level of XP on whatever you crack it on. You can get a bunch of gil. You can get a ton of MGP. This is 1,000,000 MGP if you actually get down here to get 3 lines. I've gotten 2 before. I haven't gotten a 3-liner. You can get a ton of poetics if you like, or most people take the time-worn maps. These either sell for 50 to 80,000 gil if you need gil, or you just use them with a group. You also can get endgame currency. You can get the other endgame currency, which is not as good, but then you can take these, which these certificates of commendation, the bronze, silver, and I guess it's bronze, silver, and silver, but it's more of them, and one gold one down here. This is for cosmetics, if you get lucky enough. There's a whole assortment of cosmetics that Chloe has. This is important. Like, this is part of how you play the game. It's definitely a big part of how the game is played. I mean, you don't have to. I know I'm more of like a, I don't want to use the word power gamer, I guess, but all the different systems in the game that help you progress in the game I've basically engaged with all of them now, because I actually have woven in some PvP into my my playing of the game. But like doing hunt trades are so good to get sacks of nuts for the clan Nutsy. Like, this is so good. You get a whole bunch of old cosmetic gear if you want to, or you can get the upgrade materials to get max level gear, and you get a ton of materia. Like, I cannot spend. I hope my FC mates, like, I hope the community friends, like, just ask for materia if you need it. I have hundreds of endgame materia now. I cannot spend them. If I had every job at 80 and melded every single slot I could, I would still have like 100 plus. So, like, just if you need materia, I'll just crack you off some Stella clusters and you can have them. So we're getting there, though. We're definitely getting there. I think after my last tank, I mean, by the time this tank gets up there, I probably will have less time, because I'll be making a bunch of videos for, I mean, I'm starting to make videos for Final Fantasy XIV this week. Well, I'm doing more research this week, primarily on the first few videos I want to make that are maybe more relevant to new players leading the month up to Endwalker. And then I'm also trying to figure out finding an editor so that I can script, record, and get all the raw footage, and then turn that over to an editor. So there are some editing services that I'm looking at, because I don't think I'm gonna find one that's like on a personal level. So I have to go with one of the services, which should be fine. But I'm looking at trying to make like 6 videos over the next couple of weeks here. Maybe as many as 10 before Endwalker comes out. All while doing the Darkest Dungeon series, and maybe a stream a week or something like that. But I think I want to do probably Ninja next. Probably Ninja. I'll do like another melee. Because it'll either be that or Red Mage. Red Mage or Rogue into Ninja, most likely. I don't DPS in this game all too often. I mostly tank or heal, so. DPS queues on your server Chaos seemingly better than tank queues? I mean, tank and healer queues are near instant on most data centers, I'd imagine. DPS get better queues for the larger content, like Alliance raids, primarily. Main scenario, potentially, because there's more spots for them. Only piece of content you care about in the Wondrous Tales is the first row of challenges. I don't give a shfook about anything below that. Well, you can still fill out your Wondrous Tales by doing the top row. You just do the top row, and then you use your retry second chance. And it'll give you back one of the top row that you do and take away one of the other ones. So you can still get full 9 stickers by doing the top row of things. I mean, I basically do as much of this as I can. I mean, this is just undersized solo on these 3. I'll probably run a feast later. I've got 1 pending here. I don't want to take myself to 8 because then I can't re-roll anymore. You think you're a true gamer? Here's my Contra. What? Where's my Contra content? Go wreck, go wreck, go wreck. I mean, I guess I mean, you can definitely not care, and that's fine. It's just, I don't know, having your gear. I gotta take this skill speed out. This was a temporary thing, but having your gear materia melded is just kind of whatever. Once I get the next couple of upgrades, I should be able to take out the skill speed because I'm at 2.35, which is really all I need. But I'm gonna lose some when I take out the skill speed. But I don't know. I just picked up my welfare sword, but I basically materia meld anything that is a. I guess we'll upgrade my belt next, even though it's kind of pointless to upgrade belts right now. They're going away in less than a month. Probably get rings are done. Probably bracelet and necklace because I'm almost capped on revelation. I do need another coin. I need to run the first near raid. Well, I do have 2,000 sacks, so I could do that, though. But yeah, any gear that's max level, like my healer gear is... I have a 510 ring, because this ring gets upgraded with the actual Savage Eden ring. So everything else is as it is. These two pieces right here are from the near raid. They're 520s. And these will both be upgraded with Eden pants and Eden boots. Those are the better ones that I want. But everything is melded and everything is as high as it goes, right? It just takes like literally no time. I checked the balance to make sure I wasn't putting the wrong ones in the wrong slots and what their recommendations were. I gotta pull. I haven't made a Paladin on my macro yet, or Gladiator. Flip. My entire blue mage set, which isn't BIS, because you have to get some stuff from raids, and I haven't done the Blue Mage quest line to get a better weapon yet. But all my caster stuff is either crit or spell speed. It's all melded with the plus 40s. Oh, takes a couple minutes, and then you're done. It doesn't take any time at all. Yeah, we'll definitely... Once I get my soul crystal is when I want to jump into a dungeon or two. I think it'd be cool to do a low-level dungeon and then a high-level dungeon. The only thing is, I don't want to do that. And we're back. Well, that felt like my internet was being dumb for a moment because I just lost connection. And then my XSplit was like, I don't know what to do. Then it exploded. But I didn't disconnect from the game. That was weird. Huh. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I mean, it happens. It is the internet. All good. The good thing about so the way the YouTube streams work in that regard is it'll still stay the same VOD. There'll just be like a random weird cut break in it, and then it'll still be fine. Yeah, that was strange that it just kicked me off, basically. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I updated a while ago, Gorek. I'm pretty sure. I've got all the new buttons and things. I don't know if I've updated the base version. I know I've updated. I don't know if there's a different full download I have to do. The rematch. So we have to duel on this small little ledge here. Let's see what happens. These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. I mean, who's this guy in the robe? The Sacrarium. Has found Aldous guilty. Don't waste your breath. False scales would have been yielded to wealth above all else, and Leviold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Oh, it's just some dude. Silence, criminal! Oh, they're gonna cut his head off and push his body down the ravine. Whoa, big sword! Oh, it's Mila. Mila. Mila? Couldn't stay awake, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal this. Okay. Well, why is this guy also... He must have been overseas. The gods are to have blood this day. I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you're willing to offer yourselves in exchange? Little anime for you. Mercy. Wow. His sword just magnetizes to his hip. Oh, there's the bad peoples. Uh-huh. Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it's punishable by death. Oh man, the multi-tank battle. We're all tanks. Oh, there's the bad guy above us. Well, bad guy. But he's got... All this has sandals on, like old wooden Asian sandals. He must have been in like Yangtze or something. Must have left. What do these guys think they're gonna accomplish when they're fighting like 8 tanks? Oh. Gotta hit that 1, 2, 3 combo. Have no other buttons. Oh no, someone has perished. Oh no. Bank. Bank bonk. On my way. I can only go so fast because I don't have any buttons. Low level character problem. What the hell? Those freaking Lullafell black mages, or I guess at this level thaumaturges, just dropped onto my head. You see that? What the heck? I can see the numbers through the wall. I'm almost there. Kick, punch, punch, kick. Oh, I can jump over there. That's surprising. Oh, he's fighting over there. That's cool. The tank battle. Yeah, one. Auto attack, auto attack. Auto attack. 2. Auto attack. 3. Mila is showing now that she's a paladin. Because she has a heal. I see. The evolution of the gladiator. She is face tanking real hard right now. You know what? Hold on. Get her on that tank stance. Heal most of these guys off. Oh, she's actually just casting Cure? They didn't give her Paladin heals? Cure is a white mage spell. But okay. Okay, maybe not taunt off of her. Let her just face tank. Because I just got freaking one shot. What the heck? She just full healed me and then I died. Should we pull a James and retry the duty on very easy? This is what James does when he fails solo duties during story missions. He puts it on very easy. Yeah, that's right, James. I'm calling you out. We're gonna go normal again? Paladins used to have cross class with white mage. Oh, really? And this is an ARR. Okay. Their spells weren't paladinized until a later expansion then. So this... Oh, turn off my tank stance. And since this is still obviously an ARR experience, that okay. But their heal was just cure. Yeah, NPCs were on the old system. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even attacking me. All right, I gotta watch these baby thaumaturges like drop down. Yeah, look. Yeah. What is that pathing? What is that pathing that came down like through the planks in the wood? Oh, Lalafels are tiny humanoids, but what the heck? Guess that the game couldn't find a way to make them stand up here and then come around the steps. They just fell through the cracks in the floor. Hey, that's why we failed, right? We failed this mission to get a better angle of the floor Lalafels. We're gonna attack the other guy that's healing, but we're just gonna DPS through his heals. You're gonna give him a bonk. Oh, he's immune to stun. He has perished. Before they removed Stone Skin. Oh. Yeah, it's all quite different and themed now, so that makes sense. So yeah, we're not gonna tank all this stuff. Just let Mila face tank and spam heals. Can I stun these guys? I wonder. I can. I have something in my eyeball. What the heck? What's this big beastie boy doing here? Void Slave. Void Scent? Oh. Summoned by Levold. Do not panic, brothers. It can be slain. Yeah. Gonna get all the riffraff out of here first. Well, yeah, quality of life changes when they individualized everything and fixed up abilities to make them more thematic to the classes that they're on, or the jobs they're on, rather. Nailed it. Look at that. See, James? We did our solo duty on the same difficulty and not on very easy like some pleb named James. Yeah. Aldous, the duel continues. Aldous! Sasuke! Naruto! Oh no. But he has swords on his shield. You almost had me. Say back, whatever, pity. Just have it all, didn't you? Just one victory, just one bloody match. He wanted to move on from being a gladiator, man. Tell me, Aldous, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? I mean, I think he's doing a pretty good job of getting it all back right now. Also loved. Imi Karapan to obvious love interest is obvious. It's over. Look at my pecs. They are bursting out of this shirt. He's gonna fall off the ledge, isn't he? Like Calidus, I swear you will never know peace, not in this life or the next. He doesn't want to go to jail. And there he goes. It's a long way to fall. See ya, dickhead. Okay. Okay. Yeah, half-price candy sales start tomorrow. Who's buying candy? Not me, because I don't really eat candy. James. No. You're lucky that my stream deck has to be restart for it to work. Otherwise, I'd bring up the soundboard, which I can't right now. It's one of the things I just didn't get. I restarted the program, but I guess I have to unplug the USB and then plug it back in or something. But I didn't notice that until I was basically ready to go live, that my stream deck is just on wallpaper mode and I can't use it. So, oh well. But you're lucky I can't, you're lucky. This once. You're lucky I can't go to my soundboard. Alright, let's head over here then. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Who wants chicken wings except James? James doesn't deserve chicken wings. He restarts solo duties he fails on very easy. Go wreck. Can't do that. And James will never play Contra. I will. Eventually. At some point. Maybe. Possibly. At an indeterminate time in the future. Before the heat death of the universe. True trade that I cannot enjoy the company of old Oz lovely ladies any longer, but I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. This guy's a bit of a Aldous, I love you. Not another word, my dear. But enough of the first sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with their subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if I became personally involved with that man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel. I know to have... Oh, what did he say? I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something about dignity. Wow. He would have been dead. Your father would be proud of you. Don't ever change. Something more to say to me. 7 years ago, my last match at the Blood Sands, I was given an offer, a sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leovold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and in spite of all that came of it, to this day, damn it. It's simply a thing that I know is right. Listen to your heart. Listen to the heart of yours, and it should... Son of a bitch! Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversary. And with that, I bid you farewell. The dialogues are like a second too fast to read out loud quickly. What in the seven hells are you looking at? This is my training hall. Why are you all not training right now? Aren't you all training right now? She's about to confess her love for the bad boy of the group. Every man and woman has the potential to become a champion, but it is you and you alone who decides your destiny. I play Destiny. I'm going to play some Destiny tonight. Don't know if I'm going to farm all the candy I need for all the stuff that I still need to buy from the Halloween event, but that's my own damn fault. Because I just didn't really want to farm candy. Alright, are there some boots here? Let's go. Boots time. I could turn off auto scroll. That is correct. But I've had auto scroll on for so long. Also ding. Also arm's length. I could turn it off. Or I could also make it slower. But I'm not gonna. This shield is not better. Block strength goes down. Block rate. What the hell? I mean, it is better. But its block goes way down? I don't understand. Whatever. New boots. That don't match. This sword also is one of those... like... Incan, Mayan, Aztec swords. The one that are basically just split pieces of wood with metal in them. Also, that shield has a different noise when it unsheaths? Sheaths? Okay. I could do slower auto scroll, but where's the fun in trying to read really quickly? So, alright. Over here. Yeah. Screw James. He won't even stream Ace Attorney. Wait, Ace Attorney would be an actual... That would be a fun game for James to stream. That's like right up his alley. Paladin's Pledge. Let's go. Spirits Within. 100 potency attack. Pose increases up to 370 as own HP nears maximum. Oh, so it's a heavier hitting attack when your HP is near or at cap. And so the Paladin. What's up, Lulutsu? Ace Attorney is hard to stream because it's all reading and no voice acting. Just read all the voice acting, forehead. Just read everything, James. Read all of it. Remember that one Golden Sun stream I did back in the before times? I read Golden Sun dialogue in multiple different awful voices for, good lord, how long did we go? 3 or 4 hours straight? There you are, babe. Perfect timing. I just had a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in, apparently, and remember, you're the first to hear it from me. Oh, you heard this first from me. The Sultan's sworn elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The first swords of Paladin. The Sultan's sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of the officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts. The competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. Anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Uldan Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now, anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the sworn or any of other nonsense either. This is golden, no, a platinum opportunity, which comes by once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers, and you'll regret it for the. Oh, you'll blah, 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 and regret will be your just desserts. What is squishing Pikachu's head? Oh, Pikachu wanted to dress up like a king for Halloween. So he put a wig on and a crown. Yeah, he's King Pikachu today. No idea. I mean, we're both dressed up in the Halloween episode of the Darkest Dungeon series, so. You go to the Royal Promenade in the Husting Strip by the captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite, Genlins is his name, and tell him how you were just dying to become a paladin. I mean, I want to become a paladin because I want to move my character forward. So where are we going? The Husting Strip. That's sort of the interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Chamber of Rule. Is there a hunt train starting? Oh, snap. You guys want to see a live hunt train in action? Hey, I might jump into that and then come back to this. Let's do it. They're in Amarang right now. Amarang, okay. That's in a couple of minutes. Don't know where they're at. Our Lady's Hands 2414. Our Lady's Feet. Oh, up here. They're on this little island outcropping. The Mordzuk. Need to catch up on Darkest Dungeon a little later. No spoilers. There's some pretty fun stuff with your character so far. I'm going to sit down and probably record. I don't know if I'm going to record more tonight. I'll probably record the next batch tomorrow because I have one more already in the can. So I'll record tomorrow. Record the next 4 to 6 episodes. Let's jump into a party real quick here. Join party. Party is full. Let's see if anyone else puts up a party finder for to hunt. I want to be in the Spooky Train edition. Crap, it's already gone. I will join the non-Spooky Train edition. Very good. So, you're about to see, if you don't know what a hunt train is, somewhere between 100 and 300 players descend upon all of these rare mobs. There's 2 in every zone. And ride throughout all of these zones and Shadowbringers. So I will let you know the next zone we are going to will be a spoiler. The zone itself. So I will tell you when we are porting to that zone if you don't want to watch the stream while we are in the zone. I won't bring up the map or anything. I'll just follow the people. But the reveal of what the zone is, if you have not finished the Shadowbringers main storyline, will be spoiler-onus. But the other zones are just the other zones in the regular story, so it's not really a big deal. Normally these hunt trains end with that zone, but today it's the second zone on the list. We are starting in 1 minute. But hunt trains are just basically rare mob farms. They usually happen once to twice every day. The hunt train mobs have a 8-ish hour. Oh, someone's going to Bosja. There's 20,000 gil in my pocket. These hunt trains are for endgame currency. They're for all 3 currencies, actually. And the sacks of nuts, which are used at a vendor for materials, old gear, as well as the upgrade materials for endgame gear. But these mobs are not very easily dealt with a small group. So the way the communities across Final Fantasy XIV have dealt with hunts now is to gather in very large parties and go beat them up. These are A hunt mobs, rank A. There are S rank and SS rank mobs. But the S and SS rank mobs are much rarer. They are maybe once a week-ish. Whereas the A rank mobs are up maybe twice a day on average. And the B rank mobs, which you can do yourself, are up all the time. That there's just dailies, essentially the dailies and weeklies for them that you just do yourself. They're soloable. But yeah, these mobs have multiple tens of millions of HP. So the way to make them more bearable is a few hundred people get together and take them on. And we will follow the hunt train. There's really nothing like this in World of Warcraft. There's, rare mobs in the end game zones kind of things, but it's nothing like forming up across data centers and swooping down to these mobs like this. Oh, and of course one of the deadliest ones is first. Let's see if I die to it. This is a giant cactar. It'll cast 990,000 needles, which if you are in the frontal column, you get one shot. So you have to pay attention to its facing. But because it has so much health, but we have so many people, it will not be long for this world. It might not even get to cast. It's not going to even get to cast one. So what it tries to do is stun people like that, and then it'll try to... Okay, it didn't even cast. Okay. Never mind. It's fine. It's totally fine. Then we all take off and head to the next one. All the big elephant butt. Because the elephant can fly. Big Dumbo energy. I believe this train conductor is a bullet train conductor. So there'll be no breaks. I usually jump on a lot of Mr. Waffles is one of the conductors as well. Conductor are just the people that run the train, that give all the nodes. They're talking in chat, and they link all the nodes and where we're going. So, like, we know where we're headed. This little red flag here, they give these coordinates and share them to people. They're also scouts. Usually there's 1 to 3 different players that scout out where all the mobs are in the world. And they give those coordinates to a conductor. And then when the conductor is around and playing, then they will... Also, I got hit by something? What the heck? Got smacked by something. He's gonna do his chomp chomp attack. He hit me at ranged? I don't know if he hits all the way at ranged. Is it melee chomps? Melee chomps. There we go. Yeah, so 40 sacks of nuts, 30 poetics, 20 allegory, 10 revelation, and this is how I get all my materia. This is the one step down materia, and this is end game materia right here. All right, so this is the teleport to the spoiler zone. So if you just want to have the stream up, but don't look, just because you won't understand it unless you get the story. Where are we going? Because it is a cool reveal. And then again, we'll only be here for a couple of minutes. And then we'll be on to other zones. I like how I get to be the vicariously popular... Oh, you get to be vicariously popular through my Plague Doctor in Darkest Dungeon because of all the things people seem to like him. Well, the Darkest Dungeon... Oh, the Plague Doctor in Darkest Dungeon, Teddy, is actually a woman. It's a female character. Not that that really matters. The Grave Robber was female, and that was Ben in my first playthrough. So doesn't particularly matter. But yeah, just for clarification. I don't know. It seems weird because I wonder if there'll eventually be ways to game the affinity system in Darkest Dungeon 2 to make it so that you can always sort of guarantee that all of your party members get affectionate toward each other or hopeful or whatever, the positive buff. Because if getting everyone to be positive is so beneficial, the extra damage, the extra healing, the extra stress down, the extra damage buffs, very, very helpful. When you get stressed out and you have the negative friendships, it's painful. You can steal people's turns, stress them out, go blind for a turn. It's rough. But it is still strange how it seems that if you just kind of reduce people's stress, buff them, let the DPS players... Oh, Teddy is in this hunt train. I see the orange name. Yeah, Teddy, get him. Don't get slapped by this weird thing. I don't want to say what it is because, again, spoilers right now. But it is strange. I wonder if people after a certain time are going to figure that out, and if Red Hook is going to adjust how that algorithm works. Yeah. No material on that one. All right. In about 15 seconds, it will be no longer spoiler territory. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No longer in the spoiler zone. We're now in the normal zones. So if you wanted to watch what we're doing again, you feel free. Remember when Princess Teddy fell in love with me? I remember. That's correct. Well, Gorek, you're in the next campaign. This campaign I'm doing on YouTube as well. But it's Gorek the Younger. Gorek the Second. That little Lahi action. Can we get some Lahis in chat? If you know, you know. IYK, Lahi. So many people. It actually isn't as many people as I have seen out here before, though. I have come out here before, and the zone gets so laggy because we'll have the entire layer full. It's still a good amount of people, though. Like, it's so many people that I couldn't see Teddy because I was at my load cap. I had to walk all the way around the boss to find Teddy. He's the orange name right there. The song is a banger, though. Interrupted by battle music. It's Grassman. Is a big gorilla. And the reason why he's going to fall here is because he's not together, so he's not strong. Get him, Teddy. Punch him in the gorilla butt. Get him. Get him. There. Oh, more material. Let's go. Not that I need any, but let's go. And where are we headed? Next zone. Ben and I were in a A-rank hunt train the other day. Ah, crap. Destination is full. Can't teleport. And we actually ran into an S-rank event rare spawn that led to an SS rank boss spawn. And it was 2 trains, because there's different, if you do, you can do the high rank fates, the raid, these hunt trains, and of course you have the S or SS rank hunts. They're all different groups in Discord. They're all different notifications you can have. It's fantastic. The community is set up. It's a great system, but it's all different, like, groups of people that normally pay attention to them. And for the rarer stuff, since you can jump servers within your data center, people hop servers a lot to make sure they get those kills for achievements, for unlocks, for whatever, for materials, etc. And the fact that we had an A rank train colliding with an S rank train that turned into an SS rank boss summon was pretty wild. There were a lot of people. I think each layer can only hold 300, but that's what the housing restriction is. I don't know if that's the same for open worlds. But look at how many... I can only see so many people on my screen at once because of the way the game loads assets. But it was a pretty wild experience because there were just so many freaking people for this like 100 million HP boss. Like these only have 35 million. So 3 times the HP on these like outdoor raid bosses. Very fun. No, my Chocobo. My beautiful purple sun. So those are quite cool. Because normally, if you're riding the A rank train, you won't interfere with anybody else. Like you'll do your A ranks, and then you'll move on. But because we were in the same zone at the same time, we just kind of ran into each other. Oh, Teddy got hit by the... I can put a hot on you, Teddy. There you go. But because there were so many people, a lot of fun. There were a lot of deaths. Because the only way to kind of make these end game hunt mobs dangerous is they just have like one-shot mechanics, or they nearly one-shot people. So the one we did was a giant scythe-wielding monster. I'm trying to use vague descriptors because it's also story spoilers. And just cleaved like a quarter of the room. You know, people are all fanned out here like around pieces. Take like a quarter of this area and just it all died. It was pretty wild. Just watch a few dozen people fall over. There should be enough to soak that. Blah, blah. Yeah, these don't take very long. They give you endgame currencies across the board. They give you lower level currencies to help you with your alt jobs or for your other relic weapons and stuff. And they also give you the materials to upgrade them. So many people. Hey, you show off all your rare mounts. Once you start knowing which mounts are what, you're like, okay, that player is a Chad. Like the Cerberus mount back there, they're a Chad. Or right here, rather. Right in front of me, I guess. If you see anyone flying around on a giant, weird, silver glowing box or orb, they're a Chad. If you see someone on a giant mechanical black jet winged dragon mech, they're a Chad. That's the mount I want. Chad gamers. People also get to show off their hey, dickhead. Show off their Chocobo bardings, because some Chocobo bardings are very rare and or very expensive. Ugh, everyone got slammed by the seahorse. Is it the last one, I think? No. Still one more zone. How do you look out? Yeah, you just see all the mounts. So wild. Each zone you teleport to has a teleportation limit, so I usually try to wait a moment to make sure my teleport takes. Because if you try to teleport and the zone is congested because it has too many server pings to teleport there, you can't go. We're in my favorite zone of Shadowbringers right now. This is where the hunt train will end. Oh, we're ending with the scariest hunt mob. He's a giant poop emoji. And it's the scariest mob in the hunt train. I don't know if this conducted that on purpose or not. And our alliance DPS is like 800k, which is pretty high right now. Next and final stop. All right, where's the poop emoji? Oh, it sounds like he's up north then. You know what? We're gonna fly across the zone. Where are we headed? I'm not going to Wolkendorf. We'll just fly. Actually, might not be able to make it in time. Zone too big. We're teleporting. Remember, Teddy, Bog Request in, and then Royal Flush out. Big poop, it's the Mudman. Oh, jeez. The Mudman has 2 one-shots. Ah, flush out. And dead people? Half health on many. Oh, crap. I'm not dead. That was almost all my HP. That dancer died. My Chocobo son died. So laggy. So many people. Yeah, the Mudman is just... Oh! It's a big... giant poop with a crown on. Got some deaths here. Ending with a TY. You look for the gray names on the floor. Oh, they're rezzed. We're pretty good here. All set? All set. So yeah, 9 materia out of 12 mobs. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hello, Phoenix Teddy. Teddy is riding his Boyd. Now, where were we? Let's go do a couple of things. Let's do our scratchers. Let's go to our retainers. Let's go to the auction house. Let's go to a vendor. Let's clean up a little bit after all this crap in my bags. All right, retainers. Welcome to the Gold Saucer. It's a pretty rockin' bird. It's alright. Junk to turn in. Junk to turn in. And some more junk to turn in. Yep, junk to turn in. Nothing rare, nothing special. Let's go. Let's put my materia away. Yeah, so I'm at 206 of the plus 20 materia, which is only used for overmelding, really, which is mostly worthless. But I'm at 188 endgame materia now from all the hunt trains I've been on. It's like I can't use it. I can't spend it all. And I also have a bunch of max level. The max level materia currently has this little blue gem in the corner. Like I have so much materia. I'm not gonna be able to spend it all. Okay, let's go to the main counter, which I always turn. When you go to the Gold Saucer, you know when you're putting a USB stick in and it accepts the USB, and you put it in and it doesn't go in, and you turn it around and you put it back in and it doesn't go in, and you turn it back around the first way it was originally, and then it goes in. Because obviously, whenever I port to the Gold Saucer, you port to a random facing direction of the 4 lanes, and the main counter where you do all the stuff is blue. But I never look, and I always find myself having to turn all the way around, like right, and then I get to it, versus if I just turned left when I landed. It's always like that. It's like a USB stick. Now we're gonna sell some random crap to you, all the white items that aren't gonna turn in. Oh, 100% soulbound. I'll get a little of a materia for that, and it's okay. Because all this stuff I'll turn in for company seal. This is some more transmog stuff. Let's sell you back this duplicate triple triad card. I haven't gone and gotten my I haven't gone to get my big cactpot yet. Let's do some scratchers. And we'll go with the recommend. Maybe we'll go with the 2 because it's the best chance. I have a plugin that just suggests where I should scratch off stuff just to see the lanes. Just helps me remember. Okay, 36. Garbage. You're looking for the highest number or the lowest number, or 21. We'll go with the 2. Wow, pretty bad. We'll go grab our... I actually got a 4th place last week, mind you, on the Jumbo Cactpot. I actually got 4th place. So there is a weekly Jumbo like lottery where you can potentially earn a lot of MGP, which is the currency for the zone, like this. So I got consolation prize, which is still more than it costs to buy a ticket, but okay. So consolation prize. Okay, so consolation prize 3 times. So garbage. Quick, go rec. Give me 4 numbers between 0 and 9. Give me a 4-number combination between 0 and 9 in each individual spot. Give me 4 numbers. Five, 4. Whoops. 5, 4, 8, 9. All right, you know what? Just for James, we'll do boob. Whoops. That's our 2nd ticket. All right, someone else. Give me a Nick if you're still there. Nick or Nico or Crowley. Give me a number. Oh, Crowley did. There we go. 8675. Sure. You can buy 3 tickets a week. Did anyone win this last week? Let's check. Yesterday was the 30th, so we did have a winner. Edda Alden. The winning number was 1091. We had a winner last week as well, and 3 weeks ago. Well, we had 4 winners on the 16th. What the? Oh my God. I don't think I've ever seen that many winners. You can keep scrolling back to a certain degree. Yeah, we can go back till freaking July. My God, 4 jackpot winners. So you get this Chocobo ring. Don't look at my package or my butt. You get this kind of cool Chocobo ring. It's not very cool, actually. The big thing is you get 1,000,000 MGP, which is that's where you want. MGP is used on buying a whole bunch of cosmetic crap and triple triad cards. Damn, 4 winners last week. What the flurg? Okay, we're still here. You know what? Let's go hit up a round of Verminion. Here's name. Now, I was gonna ask you for a 4-digit code. So this, I still am figuring this out. The gold saucer is full of mini games. Little stupid ones like this, for example, is a claw machine. So, hold on. So you do a claw machine, you can move once horizontally and once vertically, and you're trying to grab the little red nose. Augers. We've done it. Just win MGP. There are like dailies and weeklies to do mini games to gain extra MGP as well. So little games like that. And then there's Lord of Vermilion. So I'm not doing this one on stream because this one really frustrated me. I haven't figured it out yet. But we can just do a I don't want to face a player because I'm not that good. These are both player battles, but I don't want to do. We'll do like just a regular master battle. Which will probably get my butt kicked, but we'll try it. Because I'm still learning this. Lord of Verminion? Think of an entirely separate game inside your game. So this is essentially a auto battler. My game crashed? Okay then. Well, Final Fantasy crashed. It didn't want to load it didn't want to load Lord of Verminion. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll log back in, shall we? Hey, Light. And if you're still in the wings out there, Crowley, we'll do a dungeon after this. Gotta wait in queue for a moment. Excalibur normally has a few dozen person queue at all times. That's why I'm curious if they're going, they, being Square Enix, if Square Enix's server team is going to be more strict when Endwalker launches on the few ways you can still force yourself to stay logged in. I am curious if they will, because right now, if you AFK, you will get disconnected. During periods of, like, downtime, you can stay logged into Final Fantasy all the time. Your character just AFKs and sits around, but you don't get kicked offline. But they put that back in like a month and a half ago, so now you can't AFK. It'll kick you back to the load screen. But there are a few ways you can still stay logged in. So I wonder if they're going to do that. Anyway, yeah, so we're back. We're going to do a Lord of Verminion, and then we'll do a dungeon. This is a totally, completely separate, full-on extra game mode. I don't know what they're going to summon, so we're just going to go with some Hauschafonts. So it's kind of like an auto battler RTS, like League of Legends kind of game. What do we got here? Are these are critters. So we actually want to summon monsters now. So we're just gonna spam some X death. Then we're gonna get two Kefkas up, I think, in the A lane. What are these? Are these teddy bear? Oh, they're bears. They're bear stuffed animals. Go X death, go! They're really going hard mid lane here. We can squeeze out an Alexander or two. Get him, X death, get him! Oh, suddenly Hauschafonts! Quick, chase him! Oh, my Alexanders are going to be so slow. We're going to try to distract them with double Kefka on their point there. I do need some more X death because those are going to die. Only have 240 summoning points, so we're about capped. We got another... What the heck? It's a freaking mammoth. Oh, mammoths do good damage to crystals. But if they don't deal with those Kefkas, they're going to be in for a world of hurt. Oh, my X-Death summoned on the wrong lane because they're moving. Where's my other... Oh, he just got totally rocked. I need critters on the far lane. Can I squeeze in 4 alphas? I don't have enough space. Are they going to defend? I'm going to defend. I'm going to wait until I have all 4. I'm getting my butt kicked right now, that's for sure. All right, all the alphas are here. Summoning so many minions. And this Kefka's going to do work. Yeah, so they just run back and forth a lot of the time. I've noticed that's like the strat that the computer does. The NPCs just sort of run back and forth, which is very strange. Need some Harshaphons on this lane. Go, Alpha, go! Get him! Beat him up! Getting a little bit of ground here. They've got freaking flyers going mid lane. These are robots? Yeah, they're robots. I think we go with... Yeah, Kefka's doing work. We'll go to the other... we'll go mid. Mid's so contested. It'll take Kefka a while to get mid. He's so slow. So this is hard to explain. There are 4 types of minions to summon. They all have a affinity, like a bonus, like what they're good against and what they are weak against, on top of... We don't have any space to summon right now. They also have affinities to what they're good at fighting on the map. So if they're good against... I wonder if I should go for... I don't have any really... Got critters coming in the middle here. I can get an Alexander in the mid. No, I only have 15 points. Going that way. Kefka is good against defeating enemy crystals, so the damage they do to crystals is very high. Be up at Teddy Bear. We'll just put you to defend here for now. We have a slight advantage currently. Wait, I have a Harshaphon. Teleport. Teleport to the right lane. Blur. Yeah, but I have no idea how to explain this. It's just, it's a lot. That crystal's gonna go down soon because Kefka's OP. What the heck? Warriors of Light? I don't have any way to summon anything to that lane. Oh, they're coming mid to defend mid. What the heck is that? Wind up Nidhogg. Hey! Get out of here! I can't defend that lane right now. Just go hard on that crystal. Defend the mid. What is Nidhogg? Monster? Can I send like 2 Louis Swa? Nice. All right, all mid. Rush mid. Louis Swa, go mid. There's also like special abilities I'm not really taking advantage of right now because I haven't been able to actually spawn more than I... Oh my god. You know what? Harshaphon rush. Get him. I don't care if that crystal dies now because I have crystal advantage. We came back. Kefka, just camp the mid crystal. Beat him up. Get him, Louis Socks. I think we win? We should win. Oh yeah, we totally win. What am I even talking about? We got him. Tomato minions. What the heck? Tomato kings. Get out of here. I'm not even going to make it there in time. Kefka, go. Just float there and do damage. Show me win. Blah. Okay, that was a little more stressful. All you get is MGP. It's just stupid. Just actually stupid. Yeah, well, everything, Gamerlight, everything is on YouTube now. Everything's on YouTube now. So the YouTube series, the videos I'm going to be curating and making for Final Fantasy XIV and other games, all right here on YouTube. So as long as you're subscribed here or a member or whatever floats your boat, everything gets posted here. All the VODs get updated and archived. All the past streams, they all go right here. Yep, yep. All right. Let's do that Lobby dungeon. Well, I guess we'll do a leveling roulette, because I have roulette still. So at least maybe Ogre can get something out of it on that character. Since my game crashed, Crowley, I need, let's see. We'll go to player search. Search. First name, Augury. No results. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else wanted to go. We're just going to do the daily leveling roulette. So we're probably going to get maybe a 30-ish dungeon. Because I'm only 32. It would be nice to get Brave Locks, but I don't think we're going to get it. Otherwise, we'll just get to Froins. You know what? Let's see. Can we fix this glamour we got going on here right now? A little scuffed. I still need the pants for this dragon armor for my tank, which looks pretty cool. Still need the pantaloons. I mean, want to put on the Scion gear just so we don't look like a complete mess. Nah. I don't have anything to transmog my sword and stuff into yet. I'll wait until 50. I'm not really too worried about it. All right, let's do it. Leveling roulette. Instant Q. Because we're a tank and a healer. We're going to get 2 DPS. What the hell is that, Harry? Okay, Manor's fine. Hit him with the Hoy. These are 2 seasoned-ish DPS. Well, one's an Arcanist. One's new. One's leveling their different character. I assume you know how to push the buttons and things, Charlie, so I'm just gonna kind of normal pull. You can't really wall pull in these older dungeons though, because the layouts are different, but yeah. And since we don't have any sprouts, right? It's not a sprout. No. Since no one's a sprout, we won't do like the grand tour. Because normally when I get low-level dungeons and I have sprouts in my group, I'll essentially pull everything so they get the achievement. There's an achievement for clearing the whole dungeon, like exploring the whole thing. So but without any and you're a sprout, but on that character you're not, because you're an alt from a different realm. Bonk him. Is that Kirby? Gorek? Is that an ASCII Kirby I see? ASCII Kirby. Wank, 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 bonk. This sword looks so weird. I probably could have pulled all these together, I guess. I thought there was one more. Oh yeah, open the door if you could. Chocolate dip, appreciated. I'm gonna focus on this Manor Maid Servant Void Scent lady. As I say that, I also started AoEing. Whoops. Now I want to play a Kirby game. What was the last... Wasn't the last Kirby game not great, if I remember correctly? It's hard to beat, like, the older Kirby All-Stars and stuff, you know? And we're moving. My pants don't match the rest of my armor. Got a big pull coming up here. Double stun to stop those two from casting. One more void scent behind me. We'll probably pull the mushrooms as well, just for fun. Because I can be a little bit selfish since I am the tank of this run. And this XP is actually not totally crap for me. Like the kill XP, I should say. You only have the Kirby and the Treasure Mouse game for the DS? Oh, no. Yeah, what is it? Is it Kirby All-Stars? Gulrek would know. Some of the... Is it the N64 era Kirby games? Or like, Chef's Kiss? The side-scroller, like exploration, you know... Those Kirby games. There's a key in this room, right? Yeah. Just make sure we have enough to not worry about later on. It's always Lalafels that have just really goofy names. That guy's name is first name Chocolate, last name Dip. Chocolate Dip. The Lalafell. Oh, you never played Kirby games, Gilric? What the heck? Are there any Kirby game ports on Steam or like Epic or somewhere where they could easily be gamed and played? There is a new Kirby game coming to the Switch. Yeah. I know that's on the horizon here, but I wonder what I'm kind of curious what like the golden era of Kirby games. I know the last couple, or the last one in particular, was kind of bad. Like it has that like Sonic Colors kind of feel where it just wasn't very good. But I haven't played like a platforming kind of game. If I was going to play a platforming game right now, I would play through Ori and the Blind Forest. I own both Oris. I bought them in like a collector's pack or whatever, the Ultimate Ori and the Blind Forest edition was on sale a while ago, but I haven't played either of them. But if I was going to play a side-scrolling platformer, I think I would engage in that. Now, I probably didn't have to use my Paladin stun there because it interrupted my rotation, but that is weird. Feels like that would be something that would be changed in Endwalker. I don't know if they noted about how Shield Bash interrupts the rotation. Yeah, well, I wasn't sure if that was something. I mean, I don't have Steam pulled up right now. Yeah, the Yarn Kirby Yarn or whatever. Epic, yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn. Well, no, that wasn't recent. Kirby's Epic Yarn was 2010. 20 freaking 10. So, that was a solid game. That's 4.5 out of 5 was Kirby's Epic Yarn. I'm going to pull these and then jump down. Yeah, I feel old. That was 11 years ago. Yeah. Hollow Knight, quite good. Yep, heard good things about Hollow Knight. I've watched a bunch of Hollow Knight, so I don't think it'd be a game I'd ever play myself. You know, it's like a game like totally different kind of genre, but I watched all of Detroit Become Human, like 2 different playthroughs back in the day when that was the new hotness. So I'm not going to ever play Detroit Become Human myself just because it's just that kind of a game. But yeah, so Kirby's Epic Yarn 2010. Like what Kirby games? Like what was the most recent Kirby game? Oh yeah, see? Yeah. I was kind of, yeah. The last Kirby game was Kirby Fighters 2, and before that was Super Kirby Clash. Neither of those sound great. Kirby Fighters 2 was a 3 out of 5. Super Kirby Clash, 3 out of 5. Before that was Kirby Star Allies. That was a pretty good one, apparently. That was 4.5 out of 5. Only 73 on Metacritic, so pretty average score. Okay, I'm in Kirby Battle Royale. That was a pretty high ranking score. Not too bad. Oh, see, I was thinking of Kirby and the Rainbow Cruise. Maybe that was the one I was thinking of. Pretty good. Scored pretty okay. But we also have a bunch of keys. We're not opening any of the side crap up, so. See, now if you want to play a good Kirby game. Oh, yeah. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Oh, baby. I mean, where's the one I was talking about earlier? I mean, Kirby's Dreamland. Fantastic. Kirby Superstar. Oh, Kirby's Dream Course. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. Those are the games. We have so many keys. I'm going to go to the extra spoopy room upstairs, though, on the way out. Sometimes vicariously experiencing a game is bad. Well, sometimes, some games. Well, my only thing about, like, the, you know, I thought of Detroit Become Human all of a sudden because it was a game that I definitely watched a bunch of. Versus, I watched a bunch of God of War, Dad of Boy, essentially, you know, blah, 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 the whole shtick. But, I am definitely going to pick up the PC version of God of War and at least play that for my own playthrough. Even though I've watched the whole game, that game I still want to experience and do those boss fights. That's for sure. Because I never had. I could have gotten it on my PS4 Pro, but just kind of waited for the PC version, I guess. Onward we go. The X-Men X Collection. Have you beaten the whole thing by now, Gorek? Much more fun to watch roguelikes than play them. That's fair, Feld. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why. I mean, are you partaking in my Darkest Dungeon campaign? Up to 3 episodes. I only recorded a handful in the first batch. And, like, obviously anything I record is still gonna be me talking and jibber-jabbering and whatever, right? It's just my style. I can't, like, change everything about what I do. I have taken some feedback initially from the Darkest Dungeon series, and when I sit down to record more episodes tomorrow, I will implement some updates. So it's going to be a bit rough to start out with because I really haven't, A, made content in a while, and B, haven't really ever made a bunch of, like, Let's Play stuff. But I do really like Darkest Dungeon, and I do want to run a bunch of the early access build for a while here just to learn it. So I don't know how long this The Darkest Dungeon 2 will last in the early access period, because eventually it's going to be that I won't have anything else to unlock. So it'll be for a time for sure. Hello? Didn't let that finish, I guess. But I'm going to be updating, implementing some small tweaks and changes to hopefully make it a better experience that doesn't get too distracting from the actual just the game itself and whatever. But the first episode is like a tutorialization of me recapping everything I learned from a 5-hour stream. But from then on, it's just me just playing Darkest Dungeon 2. Yeah. But yeah, so I only bring that up is because you said you find more fun to watch roguelikes than play them, and that's what Darkest Dungeon 2 is. And that's my other current like side project series, is to put up an episode of Darkest Dungeon 2 every day on YouTube to help. Mostly it's to help try to figure out if I can get the algorithm to care about me again after taking some time off. There we go. So I basically I have to upload a video a day for probably the next, I don't know, half a year. We'll see how it goes. But it's also fun just for me to put together because I want to play the game, but I don't want to stream Darkest Dungeon. There is 2 giant streams. They're linked in the first couple episodes. But I just kind of want to play Darkest Dungeon. Gonna go down the spoopy hallway after this mob. What the heck? It's like my monitor brightness just changed a little bit. Plus my eyeballs are playing tricks on me. What's up, Mia? Not about beating those games. It's about being a professional maverick hunter. Oh, okay. We're going down the spoopy hallway. You want to grind XP? What's up, Matt? On my level 20 rogue in Final Fantasy. Second job, but it's painful. Gonna pull all the big attack hounds. Ugh. I'm gonna LOS the lanterns on the wall here so they come out. There we go. So low level XP on a DPS job is definitely a bit slower than being a tank. I was going to say you're already level 20, so you don't need to get boosted by a friend to 20. Because there's a bit of like a XP boosting strategy you can use in this game where you on your, like I did this with my gladiator today. Phaedron helped me out. Takes like, I don't know, half hour. You go out to the end game zone, the final zone, for level 79 mobs. You, as the low level character, pull the mob without dying, which there's a couple of ways to do this without dying. And then a out of party friend of yours, max level in this case, they kill the mob and you get XP for the kill. It is a bit kind of video gamey, but it is just how the game works. So you can start a fresh job, and that's why my my thaumaturge, my black mage, is 20, my baby black mage. So Bob helped me get to 20. So now I just go back and do all the story quests, the job quests to 20, and then I just move from there. So I'm past the initial drudgery of going out to do like level 1 fates or something. I have some abilities because I'm at least level 20. But then from then on, we sort of talked about a whole bunch of ways you can farm XP early on. Obviously, you want to do your daily roulette. You can do your 10 guild hests to get that bonus XP. Just spam guild hest Q, but that's obviously going to be a little slow for DPS. You want to do your 1 leveling roulette dungeon, because that's important for a big chunk of XP every day. You want to obviously queue, maybe not obviously, you want to queue for the highest level dungeon you can just play. But again, you're going to have probably a pretty high queue time. You have your challenge log, your hunt log, I should say. A little spicy here, a lot of mobs. You also do have, I didn't look, what are the lowest level hunts, like the allied seal hunts in ARR? We have a limit break that our ninja could, there we go. That should do it. Didn't do it. Almost there. I'm dead. Any mobs. And there we go. Yo, Rec, I want to build my PC. Are you in the next, like, PC realm, Mia? Hey, Mia, you want to upgrade my PC? I'll take a 3080. You get me a 3080, Mia, and I will send you a picture of my... my ankle. What do you say? Oh, wait. Better boots that match? All right. Can I take off these boots, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Crowley. I'll send you a picture of my ankle. Yeah. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok is next year, yeah. What's the actual date for Ragnarok? I forgot. Oh, it just says 2022. It doesn't actually have a locked-in date, just 2022. Okay. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 bum. And when does God of War on PC come out? January 14th. God of War on PC. January 14th. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. All right. You spent the whole morning doing 1 to 20 on leave quests? Oh, no! Yeah, yeah. The best way to get to 20 is definitely to get the out-of-party XP thing. But the other thing I would suggest... So, I mean, you could do... low-level stuff you're trying to maximize via the free bonuses within that. So, weekly, 3 dungeons via the Duty Roulette. That's just going to happen after you do a number of dungeons. Doing 5 overall will also happen. Doing the guild hests for the extra chunk, the 3, if not 10, also helps. Leave quests, as you said, you've done a lot of these. So you've done... I've done at least 5. I've done 8 to jump a level. You can only pick up 4 at a time, really. And then you do 20 for an extra bump of XP. Then you've got your hunt log. I remember where the heck it is. Hunting log. So if you're on... Right, so you're on rogue, technically. Yeah, because it turns into ninja. You can go do these. These are all the low-level ones. And then your rank 2 once you complete all of rank 1. For easy XP. You get the XP obviously from defeating the mob in the open world. And then you get the XP from completing the actual page, right? This is helpful. A hunting log for XP on the initial classes of the game. Initial jobs. So that's that. Obviously, other ways to get XP are to do the yellow quests, the just in the world quests that you may have not done when you were doing MSQ. That's one way to get XP. Not a lot. It takes roughly 3 to 4 or so normal story side quests to equal like an MSQ, which is fine. There's lots of them. And they're normally pretty straightforward and easy. And some of the story is actually pretty neat. Oh yeah, the self-destruct took me out. I was trying to kill the bomb before it did. I may have not stunned it in time. Yeah, no, that's fine, Crowley. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do an endgame dungeon now because it's 9 o'clock, and we're gonna watch some spooky movies in Discord. And I'm gonna go get some food. We're doing some spooky movies, and we're gonna hang out in Discord and watch them. I think we're watching Historia. Oh no. Well, why are they watching a movie and not the Movie Butts channel? The Movie Time channel has a higher codec enabled for it to have a better quality streaming experience. Well, Ben said they're going to watch Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street 2, or Nightmare 1 and 2. Yeah, so we're going to watch the movies tonight and just hang out. Sure. I just had a sandwich with falafel. Halfway I see the bread have a big green patches under it. Oh no! Then try to wash it down with some milk. Took a mouthful and swallowed. Noticed it's gone sour. Nico! It'll be interesting to see when I if I wake up tomorrow. Well, I mean, bread mold is whatever. That's unfortunate. You gotta definitely check your bread before you make a sandwich on it. And then the milk thing, I don't know. I don't do dairy milk anymore and haven't for, gosh, now going on 3 years maybe? Like, I'll have some cheese now and then, right? And then if something dairy is sort of made with whatever I'm eating, it's not a big deal. I don't go out of my way to drink, like, regular milk, though. I do cashew or almond or something like that, right? So I don't have the same experience because that really doesn't go bad for quite some time. Also, I drink it all within like the week-ish that I get some. So, now, speaking of which, a string cheese is definitely on the menu. Let me go turn in all of this crap. At my... Oh, I don't have my turn-ups. We're going to teleport manually. Yeah, go right there. Movie night starting up in about half hour. I think based on what Ben said in Discord, about half hour to do some Halloween movie night. I gotta sit down and math out which weapons I have on which steps so I can move some resistance weapons forward. I farmed up enough of the first major step with the fates. This is enough for 5 steps, 5 resistance weapons of this step. And I know I don't think I'm gonna do Scholar, because I just don't play it as much as like Bob does. I'm gonna do Astro. Probably like, I gotta finish my Warrior. Astro. Samurai. So this is 40, because the Warrior's already past that. And then, yeah, I guess I'll do the tanks. So 60, 80, 100 when I get my if my Paladin gets up there before Endwalker comes out. But that's for these memories. These need 15 each. So I'm not quite at 75. We're 20 away on each of these. And there is a middle step that I didn't leave a weapon at that I haven't been farming for this whole time, unfortunately. I thought they pinged... Yeah, Scrappy pinged Kitty, but she hasn't responded yet. You're happy to finish one resistance weapon? Yeah, I have my white mage. This is the final one for the white mage anyway. 535 is the highest eye level in the game. So I have my special glowy tree branch. Yeah. All right, let's turn in some stuff. I probably should do these turn-ins too, or at least the two for my last crafty jobs. I forgot the last couple of days to do them. All right, so basically everything in my inventory is turn-ins. That isn't, but all the other stuff is. Not for a whole lot, but because I haven't been running high-level dungeons lately. So this is just turning in just random drop gear for what are called company seals. Company seals are just another currency in the game that you can use for certain materials, for certain transmogs, for certain... Probably should stop saying transmog. For certain glamours is the actual term. For cosmetics. Where are we at? This can go. This ring can go. Sword. There's a couple of higher level things in here. I'm trying not to turn in any of my stuff that I'm going to put away for glamour. And then you use... Oh, am I capped? Oh, pretty much. You use those to buy things. And right now we're pretty much just loading up on... What are we loading up on here? Moonstones probably still? It's under the material tab, right? Not materials. There's two tabs. There we go. Moonstone. Buy 22. Let's buy like another at least like 10 more right now. We'll turn in that last pair of boots that I don't need. I have to vendor those. You can't turn in ungraded items, so no rarity. We'll put these moonstones away. Up to 60. I think you need something like 100 or so per Heaven's Ward step. A certain step you need a bunch of these or other materials to progress. So like all this stuff is somewhat expensive materials you can buy. Well, not these. For relic weapon steps from earlier expansions. Have anything to turn in? Nope. I still haven't really farmed any irregular tomestones of lore. Still have got time. But I have not really farmed them. Unfortunately. I don't know if I want to keep these crazy. These are from Mach. The I'll probably collect the Diablo set, Diabolo set, whatever it is. What's up, Dragon? What was I adding up? Oh, the company seal things? Use company seals for more than glamour prisms? Oh, well, you can. You can buy glamour prisms with company seals. But there are some steps of specifically the Heaven's Ward relic weapon that, because the Stormblood stuff is all Eureka. So the level 60 stuff, there's a handful of steps that you can, how do I phrase this? The relic weapons of past, and I'm sure this will happen in some way with the current resistance weapons, that the endgame weapons for Shadowbringers, these. My dude's naked. My warriors, for example. My warriors isn't done yet, but it looks great. The previous endgame weapons, which eventually all just become cosmetic, you can skip certain steps with just currency farming. So you can't exactly do that for the ARR crap, because you're still going to do all these damn books. You have to do all these stupid books for ARR, and I'm only going to probably do the White Mage one, and then just never again. I don't know. They're so grindy. But you can sort of get currencies at endgame, or Grand Company seals in this case, and do the steps much faster than you could at the time. So Grand Company seals can buy a few materials, Moonstone in this example, and Moonstone turns in for a certain step of a weapon step that would normally take you a very much longer time, but because you can sort of prep ahead of time now, because it's older content, you can sort of accelerate past certain levels. Same thing with all these things, like these inks, these bones, these shells, these ores, and these seeds, and all this umbrite. These are all things you use for certain steps. Even the Favnarian mist here. You can use those to progress certain steps faster. Or you could use your Grand Company seals to buy glamour prisms, because those are important. I am down only to 23. I probably could use some. Or you can buy them off the market board for super cheap also. You don't have to change your lingo. We understand. I mean, I still call jobs for classes because it's easy language. Yeah, it happens. Oh, asking about adding stuff up. It was the the memories. Yeah. Sorry, these. Yeah. You basically, so they're over here on the side of the screen here for want of memory, change of arbs, and irresistible. The Shadowbringer's endgame weapon grind has, I want to say it's 6 steps that matter. The first time you do the whole grind to get a resistance weapon, let's change our song real quick though, because the default is just really bad. Yes, near raid. There are 6 major steps. 2 of them are awful and very grindy. They're easy, but they're very grindy. But you only have to do them once ever on your account, basically. It's probably per server, like per character per server. So if you go to a different realm, you have to do it again if you wanted to do that. It's nuts. But then there's the first step, which is just these, which is just poetics, the base currency in the game. Doesn't cost really anything. It costs 1,000. The next step, these tortured, sorrowful, and harrowing memories. These are from fates in different older zones. You get 1 per gold contribution to fates. So I've farmed 300, which means that I've probably done a few more than 300 of these fates, because I may have not gotten gold on them if I didn't contribute enough, or missed, like it was almost done or whatever. So this is 300. You need 20 per of that step per weapon, so 60. But I just said I don't want to progress that part yet, so I just left that quest in my log, and as long as the quests are in your log, you can still collect the materials for that quest instead of only doing it like once each time. Because normally you get to the quest step the first time on your first weapon and you just can only do it once, right? Once you go through the whole quest line, basically to the end, you can then move other weapons and sit them at a quest step. And like I said, if you have the quest step in your inventory, you can collect the items for those steps. I'd say with raw emotion here, which is from a handful of things like level 70 dungeons. The lonesome memories, these are from the endgame activities in either of the endgame zones and some other locations. So I just said, like 2 months ago, I'll just start storing these up, and then when I want to basically bump weapons forward, I won't have to then farm. There is one step that I left out, though, that is to run one of the endgame raids multiple times, which I should have moved a weapon forward to that step and then moved something behind it. So I didn't fully get it correct, because you can have all 4 of the collectible steps pending and then just don't turn them in and just keep collecting the stuff and then just like bang them out one after another. So if you want to do that style, it's definitely a way you can play the end game there. I want to join the Discord channel, but Ben is rude and British. Wow, wow, wow. The link to my Discord server is in the video description boxes. I don't have the link offhand, but if you want to join the Discord server, anyone can. If you are on Patreon, and I haven't figured out how to make it members on YouTube yet. I don't know if I can. I can probably make a members only post on the community board and then have the link there so that you can join. But it's also just open. It's in the any of the Darkest Dungeon videos that are up on the channel. In the description box, it's there. Night, Crowley. I don't know if I want to call you Ogre. Like, first name Ogre is kind of weird, so I just defaulted to the second name. But yeah, so if you want to grab it in there, anyone can still join. You won't be able to see all the channels. Like, the free company Final Fantasy channel is only for people that are in the free company. So, just to keep it clean. But yeah, the links in any of the Darkest Dungeon videos. But all the open channels, anyone can talk and share information and stuff. That's fine. Let's put the Weathered Shadowbringer in here. I do need to go through my glamour dresser, something fierce. Since I'm almost at 400, I know there was a lot of crap I thought looked cool when I was leveling that I just threw in here. And I can definitely remove a lot of it. Especially because I figured out that a lot of it just goes to the Calamity Salvager. So if I ever wanted to get certain looks back, I could just go to an NPC and buy them. Really, what you want to put in your glamour dresser is stuff that is you're only gonna ever earn it like once, basically. So I need to make room because I want to put all this Bosjan stuff in there. So I have the 2 tank sets. I don't know if I'm gonna go buy the other healer set or not because I don't think it looks very good. I might. But I haven't plopped these in yet because I'm going to have very little room. I want to put all the Nier sets in here because they're like a one-off thing. So I need to go through and just dumpster a lot of like the class job armor that I'm just not going to use. Oh, Ogre Crowley is your name here in TikTok and the game pretty much. Ogre is fine. Crowley is fine. It's all good. Oh, do you make TikToks, or do you have a TikTok to watch TikToks? Because that's one of the things I've been thinking about. If I can figure out getting an editor, is making shorts, because the cross-pollination of posting it on Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok is a huge marketing thing that I'm just not doing. So if I actually had little funny bits or moments or staged things, or if I just did stupid like Instagram or TikTok trend stuff just for fun, I would just cross post to almost all of those. Little of both. It's smart to cut 30-second short stuff and post on YouTube instead of TikTok. Oh, I know. It definitely is. It definitely is. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm just kind of like streaming and doing whatever and making the YouTube videos. But those are all one-off recordings. The Darkest Dungeon stuff is a one-off recording. As I take some more feedback and implement it when I record more tomorrow, I'm going to have a couple of things that will be, I'll do live, like live edit things, but I'm not recording 40 minutes of footage and then sitting back down and editing for another hour to like clean it up and then rendering it and then uploading it, because that just adds what, maybe 2 to 3 hours of work per little video. But if I can get like an editing service or get myself set up with an editor, that would be helpful, because then I could create while people are editing, and then we can have this handing off of assets here. Do I want to keep this robe? It was from Savage Alexander something. I don't know if I'll ever wear it. I kind of don't like the big light skirt dress things, because they look weird when you cast spells. I don't think I'm going to use this. It's kind of rare because it comes from a Savage raid, but I'm just like, How does it die? Probably should look and see if it dies well at all. This is one of those glowy shields. I see these are the gloves that go with the set, so okay, but look kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't actually have a TikTok myself yet. I just have Instagram, and I check it like, I don't know, every other day. There's a lot of creators that I follow on there for like cosplay and body paint and like face paint effects and stuff. And just like little, you know, stupid, you know, TikTok, Instagram trends that I think are pretty funny. They're fun creators. There's actually a handful of trans men and trans women that are on there that always have like really funny kind of like sarcastic punches at like the internet at large that I always think are pretty neat. One is actually like a recording artist, and she has some pretty banging tunes. Really fun. There's one just lady, this Asian lady that does a lot of like guitar covers. Like she takes songs that don't have like killer shredding guitar covers, but she just like makes little guitar covers of these songs, like video game songs and whatever. Really cool. I like that. So there's creators that I watch on Instagram that obviously, you know, they just reposted from TikTok because you see their TikTok name in the top left and bottom right. It's fine. But yeah, definitely the content creators that are on those platforms have a very specific style about them, and they're fun. They're little, like, you know, Brody made a different, you know, Twilight themed video, stupid, you know, it's 30-40 seconds. I watch it on, you know, in the bathroom or something, and it's like, oh, that's cute. You know, I started watching stuff on Instagram for a lot of it was like hair fashion and style stuff, just because I was interested in like what's going on with dudes nowadays. We'll put the diabolic, we'll hold to remind myself, we're putting the warg jacket away because that's just ridiculous. Look at this thing. You can make like the fox outfit with this on, it's from only for melee DPS. I think like my monk would be kind of funny looking in that, so we'll save that. I don't know if I'm going to keep this set. I think we're going to put it to the side here, and we'll just kind of think about it later. We're going to just discard these. Don't care. Now our bag's a little cleaned up. Just a little bit. Twitter's more than enough for a little old me. Yeah, whatever, go right. You can handle it. You've been following since melee shaman runs and raid bosses in WoW. Definitely, I talk about it in, I forgot if it's episode 2. I kind of had like a weird break Because I didn't know, I didn't know if I wanted to make like update videos on YouTube, because they never do well. But then again, my Darkest Dungeon videos aren't going to do well on YouTube right now either, until I satiate the lust of the algorithm and give it a video a day for months. But so I kind of just talk and do updates and things for those that actually want to watch those videos. Then they'll get the updates of the videos. But I'm not doing any more Activision Blizzard stuff for the time being. I know there's been some good progress recently, but it's still probably not enough, and it has to be inactive and in place and stay for a while, right? It can't just be like, you know, one off note, one note change. So if we've made you feel really included, by the way, I mean, it's just I've been doing this for years. Obviously things change. I took a lot of time off to work on myself and figure things out, and step away from everything to be there for my family. My grandfather passed away last fall, so being there for my family and for my grandmother was a big deal. So that was a rough Christmas last year, but we got through it. What is this? It's like a tunic of some description. Doesn't really sell for anything. I'm almost at the point right now where some of these auctions have been up for so long. I do the retainer like sweep, and I take everything they have off, and I start seeing if things are worth relisting. Otherwise, you just kind of list everything as you're going along here. But yeah, Blizzard burned too many bridges. Yeah, they definitely did. But so definitely not. Like we had the community guild. There was like 2 to 3 dozen people at a time. It definitely dwindled slowly over time, but we still did Heroic Sylvanas. We did what was the first tier? Heroic Castle Nathria. You know, on a pretty slim schedule, just hanging out. So we did stuff. We cleared things. We did a lot of Mythic Plus. We got our characters pretty geared. Some of us more than others. But earlier this year, when the tide was definitely changing, because I started looking into Final Fantasy XIV a little more seriously around my birthday in March earlier this year, and then by June I was playing. It was very fun at first because you get that new MMO feeling. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and everything is new and weird and crazy, and I don't know where to go. And I've definitely gotten to the point right now, because I've put in, obviously I have some AFK time, but I'm at 54 days played, 54 days. But learning about this game before I wanted to make content for it was definitely going to be a undertaking, due to the fact that I didn't know a lot. And I don't want to make videos without knowing what I'm talking about, because with WoW videos and the podcast and the live shows and the interviews and the live events, I've been playing that game for like a decade plus, like so long. I've been playing WoW since I was 18, 19 years old. So I couldn't just jump into Final Fantasy. And it could have been cool to, like, looking back on it, maybe it would have been neat and a better business strategy to document that journey. But I'm an introvert. I keep to myself unless I'm out there making stuff. So I just worked on it. I was in Discord almost every single day with the community, working on stuff, learning things, sharing information. More people were joining. I was asking the older vets in the community what how to do this, that, the other thing, figuring stuff out. And now I'm at the point where I have notes. I have like 2 or 3 pages of notes and ideas about things about this game that I would like to be able to share, because I've learned a lot about the game. Oh, everyone's 60. That's right. All my squadron mates are all 60. Yeah. But I haven't done my weekly mission yet. So let's see. Where are the... There they are. I can't get this any better than a 66% chance, can I? No mission affinity. Actual rip. We'll do this one. Double Conjurer for the free stat bump. Yeah, I don't think we can get any higher. Double tank, double healer gets this to 2. We're way over on... Yeah, what the heck is 600 tactical, man? 600 tactical is actually just insane. Can I even get that if I put all of my... Nope. I can't even get it. So the way that squadron missions work is that each one that you hit a criteria for, it's a 33% chance to win. So if you get 2, it's 66. Then obviously all 3, it's 100% chance to be victorious. But I can't get it there. So we'll just send what gets 2, and then we'll roll it. I'm farming up. These are the squadron battle manuals right here. Since we don't have a free company house, although a handful of us have been trying to get a free company house for the last couple of days, I'll probably start trying to figure that out and help soon if I'm not streaming or recording or taking notes or whatever. But this is the only way to add a little bit of extra XP while leveling. Because the one we have now is only 10%. This one adds another 5 because it doesn't stack. It just adds up to 15 in total. And you can get them from the weekly. So I want to get a handful more of these squadron battle manuals so I have a lot for leveling in Endwalker. It won't necessarily be for leveling your first job through because of your main story quest experience, but when you start leveling your alt jobs or trying to do your roulettes on a secondary job to move them forward, that will be helpful to have them with food buff, potentially rested XP, maybe not, the 15% extra XP you got there. So, and apparently, according to Mr. Happy, the this earring will last for level 81. Because what happens here is that it works on level 80 and below. But level 80.99 is still level 80, right? So it will last all the way up to you ding over to 81 for XP. So this will be somewhat helpful for alt jobs to get that first extra level. So if you stack this with everything else, yeah, like Dragon, you got it, yeah. Yeah. So, which makes sense. It's kind of muddy in the water there on how that works, but for your follow-up jobs, like after the MSQ is done, after you've done that first, 4 to 7 day grind to finish the Endwalker story, have all the feels, and then you take a week off to console yourself or celebrate. I don't know how the story is going to go. It'd probably be very sad at points and very jubilant at others. Then you'll be in the throngs of getting your other classes to 90, doing the role quests, doing, stuff that's post MSQ grind. And any bit of XP you can get that'll be helpful will be good for your alt jobs to get kind of caught up, because that's where a lot of the gameplay does happen in 14, is that XP catch up. Kefka, what are you laughing at? Eh? What are you laughing at? Weird clown. Yeah, familiarity is required in Final Fantasy XIV as a learning curve, like most others. Yeah. I don't know if I ever really made boss guides, though, Veld. I mean, I put up all my boss kills for a time for all the heroic and mythic stuff with my old WoW guild. And then I did, obviously, the podcast shows and the Race to World First shows and stuff, so talking about all that stuff. But it seems 14 has changed a lot, though. Played when Realm Reborn came out. I don't remember any of this stuff. Oh, if you haven't played since Realm Reborn, Veld, it's a very different game. It's also a very much, a better game than it was back in the day. There are a lot of improvements in quality of life and better systems that weren't around when you played. Oh, yeah. And I mean, the thing is, there's, players that now are 11, 12 years into Final Fantasy XIV, right? They started playing with the first 1.0. They played ARR, and they played each expansion as it came out. I have now digested a decade's worth of Final Fantasy XIV in 4-ish months. All the story, all the patch content, almost all the raid content as well. So we haven't started Eden's stuff for the endgame raid, but we are we're getting there. So we've got we do all these all with no echo, unless we're just doing farm. We do no echo, but we're not min eye leveling any of this crap. We might do some min eye level stuff for fun later, but like our gear is what our gear is, so we overgear some of these things. We still have to do all of these encounters correctly, but we've done Dancing Plague Extreme, Crown of the Immaculate Extreme, Minstrel's Ballad Extreme, Cinder Drift Extreme, Memoria Miseria Extreme. This was a fucking what the hell. This fight and the Minstrel's Ballad for Hades, what the heck? What the heck? These fights. And we've done Seed of Sacrifice. This was this has some teeth. We still kind of totally mess up on the last phase a few times, but we kind of get through it. This one is pretty wacky. Very fun though. So we just have 2 trials left and then raid. So we raid on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't stream our community raids because they're for us, and they're for us to hang out and jam for the 2 to 3 hours for those 3 nights. And so Tuesday this week's going to be a big one. We hope to get both of the final weapons down in our 3-ish hours. And then we can start on Eden, which is the current endgame raid of Shadowbringers. Because we only have so many more resets before Endwalker. So we hope to be able to full steam ahead and get these down. We're not going in super blind. Like we've done some of them blind where we just like, just pull. But otherwise, we have some scripting stuff. Ben helped out with the freaking Seed of Sacrifice encounter for figuring out like a lot of the team movement based on some video guides. We still have to again do everything correctly, but we're there for the experience of executing and doing them properly, not wiping for a whole night to mechanics that we don't understand. We want to do the encounters and complete them. Also, how you know we've done the encounter is because of the check mark in the top corner. We still have a whole bunch of older stuff to do. We've done all the older trials from the past expansions. All the extremes, anyway. We haven't done all of them at gear. So I think we haven't done the containment bays at gear. We just undersized them for fun. Also to see them. But they're not overly difficult. And then the only one from Stormblood we didn't do for real yet was Wreath of Snakes because we just didn't have time. So we undersized that one. But everyone else, this one was freaking, what the heck was this? Actually, no, did we undersize Hell's Gear too? Can't remember. Maybe we have 2 to do for real. But everything else we've done for real. This fight, so good. This fight was so good. This giant freaking crystal elemental dragon. Just wild. This one, it's not so much. That one was a little bit like, just do it for once and then undersize it for the mount because it was not great. Not fun. It was fine. It's just not very fun. But yeah, we usually do progression on the Tuesday because we have the most time, and then we'll do some progression between Wednesday, Thursday. Otherwise, we'll just farm. We'll farm mounts. Do mount farming. Because there are the extreme trials for all expansions. I've already done all the ARR ones. If you get the mount from every extreme trial in an expansion, either from a random drop or killing that boss 99 times, so you have a chance to get it randomly, or you have a guaranteed at 99 kills. If you get all the mounts, you get a meta mount. I posted it on my Twitter the other day, actually, that I got the ARR one finally. Basically, you get like a super more version if you get all the base mounts, and you get the special one. So we have a Google document that we're going through, and we'll try to get everyone the Stormblood, Heaven's Ward, and Shadowbringer's Trials mounts. Because you got to get all the base ones first, and then you get the special one. So it's pretty fun. Your Blue Mage I gave a Mog Station armor. That armor has a bonus to XP. The gear doesn't last, unlike the ring and the earring, but it got me that. Oh, yeah. I had my Blue Mage boosted. Phaedron helped me boost my Blue Mage to 70. Just in... You can only kill mobs that are level 70. You can't go 71 because you get no XP for them. So we did the out-of-party XP stuff, and since Blue Mages passively just get more XP for killing mobs because they can't do duties the same way. Yeah, so I have a pretty good Blue Mage spellbook, almost 60. Like, literally, I'm just above halfway. So, a lot more spells to still learn as Blue Mage. Because it's 104 currently. But getting there. Blue Mage is pretty fun. Eventually it'd be cool to do the Blue Mage raid series where you do eight Blue Mages. You basically have 2 tank Blue Mages, 4 DPS Blue Mages, and 2 healer Blue Mages. Because you can basically make all that happen with all the different enemy skills you learn over the course of unlocking all of them. But this is a pretty wild job. But it's only really used for like fun, goofy stuff. It's not actually a job you can use in regular content. It's also really good for farming fates, because you can just go out there and just blast fates, and they die so much faster due to the skills you have. But pretty fun job. Pretty goofy one as well. Because, you know. So stupid. So stupid. I gotta fix my bracelets and rings. They're not actually correct, but that's gonna do it. I think it's spoopy movie time started a little bit ago. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm just gonna get some ice cream and a cookie or something. It's Halloween night. Wish WoW did that, the RNG protection. Yeah. Nico, good night. Tanking Hell's Kier with the Phoenix kicks Tank Buster. Well, the Hell's Kier was tough because of the transition phase to phase 2 and doing like the DDR, like the raid DDR is a little bit weird. So that one's fine though. It's not too bad. But yeah, it's going to be either some late dinner or some, look at that lens flare. Let's go. But yeah, the bad luck protection is really cool. The fact that you can't, if you get super bad luck on a end game mount, eventually you will get it. You just get it after a time. I mean, I have the Rathalos mount, and the Rathalos is the same thing. I farmed 50 of the scale pluses, and we got the Rathalos mount. 50, not 99, but it's halfway to what every other mount is, at least. But yeah, these are all the horses from ARR. You got all these elemental horses, and then you get this dragon horse, basically. And I only have one of the next expansion's birds. I have none of the dragons. So, unfortunately, I have a dragon, but not the same one. I have the stupid car. I have this stupid car. Can't summon it here. That's from the crossover event. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Again, Darkest Dungeon 2 campaign playthrough video every single day. Currently, it's my plan is to post one every single day around 5 Eastern. I'm going to record a bunch more tomorrow with some of the added feedback I got the other day. So to clean up some of the rougher edges of the videos, because I'm recording them live. But to try to take some of that feedback and act on it. And that'll be happening. I'll record more tomorrow, and then they'll keep coming out. Next stream, I don't know. I'll probably do another XP level and chill Q&A-ish stream later on in the week. Again, I always schedule them so they'll pop up in your subscription feed on YouTube, so you know they're going to happen. And then you can hit the reminder or just leave that window up, so then it counts down to when the stream goes live. It's all scheduled and planned ahead, which is cool. But also for YouTube stuff, if you enjoy these live streams, you can hit the like button on them as well, and that helps the algorithm, because we're all about, I need to overload to some degree the algorithm, hopefully in a positive way, by feeding it over the next 3 months at least during the holiday season to hopefully get it so it cares. And I know certain videos are going to do better than others. The Darkest Dungeons 2 stuff is strange because it's not going to do well for a long time if it ever does well. But it's just fun for me to do. It gets me back into the recording junket periods, and it's just kind of just a little bit of a springboard. And it's also a really, really fun game. But it'll only last for so long because eventually the early access builds will run out of stuff to figure out, and then I'll have to wait for the full release, and then we'll start it again maybe. We'll see. You got lucky with Innocence and Titania birds. Oh, dang it. The raids are pretty good. Like I said, we only have 2 more extremes left to learn. I know when we go back and refarm them, we turn Echo on if it matters, if we wipe or whatever. Because it doesn't matter. We're just farming them for the mount at that point. And we're farming them for the crafting material. We've gotten lucky with a couple of, there's rare crafting materials on all the extreme trial bosses that make glowy weapons that go for a pretty good amount. Even though the first one we got the other day from Hades, Ben just bought off the guild, so whatever, it's fine. But go right, have a great night, everyone else. You too. Have a spoopy and safe rest of your Halloween, if it's still Halloween for you. We're going to watch some scary movies. And I will see y'all. Where's the button? Later. There's someone crafting next to me, and the donks can be very annoying to some people. I wanted to move away.